Willie D Live.
So when Jay came over there and asked you about Brad, because you didn't see the value, you was like, you didn't even think about paperwork or nothing. You ain't asked for no money, nothing. No, let me get my money back that I put in or nothing.
Nothing. I ain't worried about none of it.
At what point did you become worried about it?
After he sued me. I never worried about it, Willie.
Oh, after who sued?
Scarface sued me.
Oh, okay.
I ain't never worried. I never worried about the money, man, because money, I have been blessed all my life to be able to get some money. So that didn't bother me. They did what they done, and they helped solidify rap, gangster rap here in Houston when they did that. So I always look at myself, I was a part of that.
Mm-hmm.
See, I was a part of it to get that started, to make that happen, because Jay would have never heard about Face if I wouldn't have put my time into Face, my money into Face, and start pushing it around, selling cassette tapes for $5 and one song on it and wax for $5 and $10. He would have never heard of it. Steve Fournier would have never heard of it, and Steve Fournier would never took it to Jay if it wouldn't have been for what I was doing.
Steve Fournier took it to Jay. man, you over there holding the history Pandora box, man. Wow.
And they be wanting to like omit me out of history around H-Town.
Shouts out to Steve Fournier.
What up, Steve?
They can't do that though, Troy.
Yeah, they try.
Can't nobody do that.
Can't
nobody do that. You did that, man. I think "Wanna Be a Baller" is like probably was one of the biggest singles to ever come out of Houston.
Yeah.
Probably since Mind Playing Tricks or something.
We up there, we right there together.
Yeah.
So we on the same boat. You can drive the boat going, I drive the boat coming back. So it's like we right there together.
That's crazy, man. Like no, you cannot omit Lil Troy from the history books. Not just in Houston, but in rap period, because you did numbers.
Yeah.
You did numbers.
Well,
that first album, Sitting Fat Down South, 2 million copies, right?
Yeah.
2 million plus copies.
Mm-hmm.
And then you drop Back to Ballin'.
Yeah. It did it didn't do that well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that came out the same day the World Trade Center got hit.
Yeah, well, everybody took a hit on
everybody
that
took
one.
a hit.
I had a single that was, My Dear God song was in the mix at that time. And, you know, when you're in the heavy rotation in the mix, you go, the next step is to add you to the rotation.
Yeah.
And I was right there on the cusp, man. And they stopped all ads. And it killed my song. Boy, I was hot. Boy,
it did me like that.
Boy, I needed that song. Boy, I needed it. You know what I'm saying? You know how hard it is to get some airplay around here? Yeah, man. Yeah.
But they be omit me. But I can say this here, though. I think it's less than 40 people in the world, out of all entertainers right now, I'm in that category that's got over 100 million views on YouTube.
Yeah. 100 million views for Wanna Be a Baller.
Yeah. I'm at 102 million views right now.
Yeah.
I Wanna Be a Baller.
Over 100 million views.
100 million. We ain't said a million now. We said 100 million.
Did you do anything special to celebrate?
No, I hadn't.
You did?
No. I ain't
You
celebrate.
should do a 100 million views party.
Yeah, I should. But it's like I just take the excitement that it come from it and just say, thank God, I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? You fulfill something that I tried to do and I accomplished that.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people say I need to celebrate, take it out and do something with it, let people know so they can really know what I've done. But when I go in my house and I see my kids, I see the plaques on the wall, I see my bank account, I be happy with them myself.
And you know what? That's cool, but I feel like if you live to see it and somebody tells your story, that you're going to be pissed.
No.
I think you should tell your own story.
I know, but it's
you should tell your own story.
My son, he on my ass. Everybody around my circle on me about telling my own story. But you know who I told you I want to tell my story? I want my grandson, Troy the Third. I want him to tell the story of collect all the footage, data, everything about me, and he do it from his standpoint of watching and learning about his G-pop.
Well, you got to do it before somebody try to do it without, do it unauthorized, because they can still do it. They don't need your permission to do a story about you.
Yeah.
They can do an unauthorized story, and many people would take that story as
that's what it
the
is.
gospel.
The gospel, yeah.
Yeah.
Unless it come from me. Then that's
Yeah, so, you know, like...
I don't think about that, Willie, because you always give me some good advice. Every time I talk to you, you always tell me some real stuff, so I might have to think about that.
Yeah, think about it, man. You know, like, I mean, who better to tell the story than you? A lot of stuff is going to be left out. Like, if I just knowing what I know about you, I think I could tell a decent story.
Yeah.
But I just learned some new stuff in the last 10 minutes or so just sitting here with you that I didn't know.
Yeah.
Now, that's in your head. That's what you know. That's because it's your story.
Yeah.
Nobody knows your story better than you do. And you can take those individuals that you just mentioned in the story, and they don't know the other players who were involved in your story. You see? Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? Can't nobody tell that story better than you can tell it. And
hey, 50, where you at? I got a story to tell.
Well, I think, but you know what? At the same time, you know, you got a boss type mentality. So you know, I know if you put your mind to it, I think you'll mess around. Yeah, man. Want to be baller movie in theaters, on Roku, you know what I'm saying? On Netflix. Yeah, you'll make something happen. Man, let's talk about T2, man. Your son. You know, T2 was like supposed to be next in charge.
Yeah,
you know,
God
you
damn.
had him set up real nice, man. You know, like right after you drop your stuff, and you know,
he was hot, Willie.
You know, you had T2 positioned real
he was hot.
Good.
He was hot
to take it to the next level, to take short stop records to the next level.
He was hot.
And what happened?
He went to jail, man. He did a aggravated robbery, man. Called a case, man. And right at the midst, I'm negotiating with Universal, Sony, all the other record companies. I'm talking to them and stuff about T2. They calling me, asking me, you know, this stuff. They got their eye on him. Mm-hmm. And when I went to Universal to get the deal with Universal, what they offered me, I say, hey, Monty, this ain't gonna get it right here, Monty. I put too much work in my son. He said, Troy, I know what you want. You go out to make it a little more harder. I give you everything you want on your son. I know what you want, cause they were just trying to get me to do management. I said, no, I'm getting points and everything. And you know, by me knowing how the point system worked, my son asked me, Dad, why we ain't sign with Universal? I said, son, I'm gonna be honest with you. If I'd have signed you with Universal right now and you'd have sold 1 million records, you'd be like, where the money at? Cause the deal they were finna give you wouldn't have been no money. If you sold records. Right. It'll look good you on Universal, but by me knowing how this money worked, I couldn't let you sign with them like that. So
you know how the money works, boy.
You want to see?
You know how the money works.
Really? You want to see?
Yeah, I saw one of those royalty checks. I'm talking about as recently as a couple of years ago. I mean, you know, like, yeah.
You want to see one from last week? Let
me see one of them.
Hold on, let me put it up for you in a minute. You don't want to see all this again. I'm gonna stop playing with you, Willie. They gonna stop playing with me too.
Little Troy still getting that money.
Yeah,
want to
man,
be a baller, man. Sitting fat down south.
Shit, we got a thing going on with Universal right now that they put out, you know, streaming, right? We didn't have no deal on streaming. How y'all just come up with that number and pay me that money? Mm-hmm. That ain't right.
So what'd you do about it?
Shit, I'm in their ass about it. That's what I did about it. I'm in their ass about it. Show me in the contract. Here go my contract right here. Show me this thing. Say you're going to pay me 0.001% of a penny. I would have never signed that deal if you told me you're going to pay me with 0.001% of a penny. Mm-hmm. I would have never signed that. My lawyer would never let me sign that. So right now, we're negotiating.
Well, these damn labels need to be brought to the firing squad for these deals that they got out here today.
That's crazy, though, how they can just pay us that little bit of money, man. I mean, come on now. That ain't right. That ain't right. But they doing it. They done did it. Now it's up to us right now. First, if I show you this royalty thing, look how many listeners I get on Spotify. That's 900-some thousand listeners a month on Spotify.
Nice. And that's off what? Just the I Want to Be a Baller. Just that one song.
That was January. I got one from as of last month. It's 900 and something. It's more than that from last month. Then I'm gonna pull up the what you want to see. Them big dog numbers.
Have you written a book yet?
Nah.
You know you got to write the book. You got to write "Want to Be a Baller," the "Want to Be a Baller" book, or "How to Be a Baller." That would be dope.
The status of a baller.
People like how-to books, right?
Yeah.
So how to be a baller.
Status.
Somebody, you better hurry up and do it because somebody gonna hear that name. They're gonna try to run out there and go do it.
But if it ain't coming from me, man, it ain't
gonna be hot. It ain't gonna be as hot. It ain't gonna be as hot.
Like we always say, It's the person that's putting it out, who's doing it, that really makes what it come from. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's the person that's behind it all the time.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it'll have where it goes in with a certain level of credibility.
And like you say, if I say it, then they'll be like, oh yeah, LaTroy said that.
Yeah. What is going on with T2 now? Is he back in the business or what?
Yeah, he's still playing around with the business a little bit, but not like he mainly doing the transportation business. All the people, the clients, the customers, they call him. The patients call him. He schedule their appointments. He go pick them up, or he have somebody in another van to drop the people off, pick them up, take them back home. You know, roll them in their wheelchair. T2 go in the house, even help people put on their clothes and stuff. If they're not ready when they get there, he'll go in the house, help them put their clothes on, get them situated and everything.
What was your reaction? How did you feel emotionally when you heard T2 got knocked for a robbery? Your son, who came from means, you went out here and you've been in the streets, you hustled to create a better life for him, to set him up, and where he don't have to do some of the things that you had to do. And then you turn around and hear about your son.
I was hurt.
Is caught up in a robbery.
I was hurt, man. I was hurt. I'm like, nah, he ain't do that. Y'all ain't gonna tell me that. Mm-hmm. He ain't do that. Nah, he ain't just robbed that store. Nah, we got money. We doing too well. We doing shows and got shit happening too much for him to say he just robbed something. Ooh. I was hurt, and he was like, "Dad, I'm sorry, man. I'm gonna make it up to you. One day I'm gonna make it up to you." Cause he know I had. I'm gonna show you one recent that. You know,
is this the quarterly payment?
Yeah, that's a quarterly.
That's a nice lick, bro.
Yeah. That's
a nice lick. With numbers like that, you ain't really got to do nothing else.
But I get bored.
Yeah.
I get bored.
Ooh,
yeah.
Man.
So he always say he gonna make it up to me. So right now.
Damn, those some nice numbers. Shit. Are you gonna sell your publishing?
Hell no. Well, I'm saying
no, that's the thing. I know they've been hitting you up.
They always calling me about trying to buy my publishing.
They trying to buy that publishing, man. They trying to get everybody publishing.
Yeah. I ain't gonna go down the line. When something happen to me, it's gonna keep on going.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like the Beatles one day. Yeah, had that shit.
But you're gonna have to put a clause in a trust or something that they can't sell.
They can't sell. Yeah.
The kids can't sell the royalties away.
Yeah, we already been talking about it.
Can't sell the publishing.
I'm almost close to owning everything back 100%.
Yeah.
You know, you got 30 years, it come back.
Yeah.
We got to start filing like in 28 years.